Khi đăng ký brand với US BTO, tùy theo link thêm, tùy trên Go Scout, Logistics và Warehouse. Xem hình thông tin chi tiết dưới phần mô tả nhé.
We've been talking a lot about PPC, but if you remember, one of the first things that I said in the PPC training was that the goal of PPC is to drive as many customers as possible to your listing in the cheapest way possible. One of the cheapest ways possible to do that is organically. So when you're ranked organically on whatever page, there are people that are coming into Amazon, searching for products, finding you in the organic search, and then clicking on you, and then going to your listing. That doesn't cost you any money. So of course, it's gonna be amazing to rank organically for a lot of our keywords, and PPC is a great way to do that. So in this module, I wanna dive in the technical ways of exactly how we do that, how I come up with what keywords to track, the tool that I use to track the keywords, how to set up the campaigns, and how I'm monitoring my progress in terms of keyword ranking, how much money I'm spending on it, and all of that. So let's dive into Amazon. I'm here on Amazon.com, and I typed in electrolytes powder. This is a main keyword for my product, and I'm looking for the top competitors to pull the keywords from. Now, we've already done keyword research in a previous module, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, but I'm gonna open up X-Ray to pull the top 10 competitors that are very closely matched to mine. So as you can see here, I skipped all of the packets because my product is not a packet. Skip this amino acid one because my product's not an amino acid, but I'm hitting up all of the electrolyte powders. And so I selected 10, after sorting by revenue, running the keyword search, opening it up in Cerebro. And if you're following along, search volume minimum, I want to see something that has 400 searches a month, maximum ranking, say 65, and minimum ranking competitors, 8 out of 10. And I might refine it a little bit more if I feel like I have too many keywords. So initially there was something like 70,000 keywords. This is also a little bit too high, 227. 152, okay, pretty good. I'm gonna sort by search volume. And what I'm gonna do here is I want to pick which keywords I wanna rank for. So let's say I chose this one, this one, this one, and this one, all right? So I picked a couple very high search volume keywords that I really wanna rank for, that's great. And then a couple lower search volume keywords. I can also pick a couple like really low, right? Electrolyte supplements here, organic electrolyte powder, right? Only 1,600 and 1,900 searches a month. What I can do with these is I can add them to a list, or I can add them to keyword tracker. So if I add a list, I can create a list like Hydrolyte U or whatever, or I can create any new folder to add that list of keywords. But the point is, from there, we're gonna go to keyword tracker, and you can do that by going into tools, under analytics, keyword tracker. Then in keyword tracker, I want to add a new product to track. So I'm gonna click add a new product to track, put in my ASIN right here, and then where I wanna add the keywords that I wanna track, I'm gonna upload keywords from my list. And this is the list that we just did. As you can see, I did a test for Tacos Tuesday. But basically, I'm gonna add the keywords here. You can also manually add them, right? You can just simply go back here and then just copy these keywords and then paste them in keyword tracker. So that begins tracking, because without tracking, we can't really do much. And so first, we went into Amazon, we found our competitors, we looked at their keywords, we refined them, and we chose which keywords we wanna rank for organically. So I want to take a little bit of time to discuss which keywords should you choose to rank for organically. The goal obviously is to rank for as many keywords as possible organically, but we all have limited budgets. To choose keywords, I usually like to start with a couple of very high search volume keywords. Even if I'm not going to rank really high on page 1, but the high search volume keywords are always great in terms of ranking campaigns. They do help you index for a lot of other keywords, and they drive sales velocity because a lot of people are searching them up. So even if a small fraction decides to convert, you're still getting a lot of benefit. Then I go to a couple of mid-tiered search volume. So let's say that from 1,000, your highest search volume is 50 or 60,000. I'll go to the 10 to 15,000 range. I'll pick a couple of keywords there. They're a little bit of a longer shot also because they are higher search volume. There is higher competition there, but they're worth trying to rank for. Then at the bottom, I'll pick a few long tail keywords that I'm basically on page 2 or page 3 for. And this is also a good point to bring up. You don't want to pick things that you're maybe position 15 or 16 on. I'd like to pick things that I'm position 60 to 80 on and then bring them up to position, let's say 1 to 20. And the reason I do this is if you're in position, let's say 20 or 15, and you're trying to go to position 7, you will spend a lot of money and not get as much benefit as spending that same amount of money on something that you're position 60 to 80, no one's looking at you, and then bringing you up to a position, let's say 20 to 30, where now there's a lot of customers finding you. Now, of course, you could do whatever you want. I'm just talking about how I think about things. There's no right or wrong way to do this, and I want to share with you how I track things and measure things. So let's dive back in. So now that I'm in Keyword Tracker, I'm looking at which keywords are ranking low. So if we sort here, I can go to page 2. Okay, here we go. So I'm looking for keywords, again, 60 to 80. This one is a nice one, 2,000 searches a month. This one is a great one on position 88, 54,000 searches a month. This one doesn't really apply. Let's see. This one is another 20,000 searches a month. I'm ranking position 80. And these are a couple of the smaller ones. So 1,200 searches a month. I'm on position 80. This is a mid-tiered one, 11,000 searches a month, and I'm on position 78. So I'm going to choose those keywords. Then I'm going to go to Amazon Seller Central, create a campaign. We've discussed creating ranking campaigns. To summarize that, basically you're creating one campaign, one ad group, and one single keyword. I would rather start with exact, then phrase, and then broad. Exact obviously is going to help you the most because you're converting for that exact keyword. Phrase has the same amount of benefit but less because it's a lot of different keywords, so they're not exactly matched. And then broad, same thing. And so as you go from exact to broad, you get a little bit of less benefit from organically ranking. However, in terms of budgets and bids, start with a bigger budget and a bigger bid. Again, this is an investment. So it doesn't matter what the ACOS is. Those KPIs don't really apply here. The main KPI we're looking for is how much is your ranking improving organically, which takes me to the final piece of the puzzle. So we're going to create the campaigns. We're going to track everything in Keyword Tracker. We're going to spend a lot of money. We have big budgets and big bids. If you're asking me what a big bid is, just go higher than the regular range and as much as you can afford. Then we have something like an organic rank tracker, just like this. You can create this pretty easily. We'll also include a link for you to download if you want to set it up. And again, you can just copy this whole section and paste it and then extend the dates as much as you want. Now, in terms of ASIN, we have our ASIN right here, which is the one that we're tracking. Then we have the date of the day that we're viewing our rank. And then we have our rank, so what our rank is during that day. And then we have our spend. And so how much money did we spend on this keyword so far? And so this is going to be a great way for you to track your organic rank. And this is kind of the trend that you should see. You started at 81 and you're slowly going down and slowly going down. And then as you're going down in rank and getting better, you're spending a little bit more and more money. The point is, once you get to a good position and you feel like your results have plateaued in terms of ranking, for you to start lowering the spend and tapering it down and monitor the rank. Don't be married to a specific keyword. If you try to rank it organically and it's not moving, after 2 weeks, I would abandon it. Usually, I've seen organically ranking keywords works in about 30 days. So you're going to spend money for 30 days. It's not going to look promising initially. So the first 10 days, you have to stomach the loss. But then beyond that, you start seeing the organic rank improve. And by day 30, everything should start looking better. And at that point, you can let it run for a little bit, slowly start tapering it off. And as things change, decide what you need to do. So as you lower the spend, are you losing rank organically? Are you okay with that? Are you okay with a certain rank and a certain spend? It's all your decision to make, as long as you go back to your analytics sheet and you note that down and you write how much money you're spending and how much your total sales are. Whatever the results are, as long as it's profitable, you're good to go.
hàng trên Amazon. Scout cung cấp các dịch vụ dành cho các nhà bán hàng trên Amazon với mức giá cực kỳ ưu đãi như đăng ký brand với USBTO, từ Theo, tôi chơi Scout, lược, tích và warehouse. Xem thêm thông tin chi tiết dưới phần mô tả nhé.